Okay, so we've had time to kind of mull over our thoughts since the gameplay reveal for Marathon. Maybe you were able to be there, maybe you weren't. We watched the entire thing, and I have a few talking points that I want to go over right now. So for those of you that do not know, from the creators of Halo and Destiny comes a new reimagining of a classic from Bungie called Marathon. This is set to launch on September 23rd of this year and is Bungie's first iteration of an extraction shooter that they have ever made. This extraction shooter is going to set you in the world of Tau Ceti. You are set in the year 2893 and you are going to assume the role of a runner. This is a cybernetically enhanced operative that navigates the world with danger and opportunity to extract and go on to your next mission. Your objective: infiltrate, extract valuable artifacts, and survive against all odds. So let's get into the core gameplay mechanics. At its core, Marathon is going to be an extraction shooter. If you've played games like Tarkov or The Cycle, or even Battle Royales such as Apex or even Call of Duty, you understand some elements of this game. The objective here is you are going to load in with a certain loadout of weapons. You are going to go complete a task or loot some things in different POIs, and then your objective is to get out before A, time runs out, or B, you run into another team of PvP players that are going to kill you and take all of your loot. The devs told us during the gameplay reveal that there is going to be lobbies up to 18 players on the largest maps. This will consist of up to 6 teams of 3 players each. And whenever you load into the map, it's going to be similar to Tarkov. Everybody's going to have their own objectives that they are trying to do, but you could possibly be headed to the same point of interest to complete that objective. So you're going to be running around the map trying to get some valuable items while completing your tasks for these factions and then extract on time. So as far as the gameplay mechanics are concerned, this is more of a high-stress game than, say, Destiny, where you can kind of play a little bit more casually and not really worry about the stakes. But in this game, the PvP players are going to thrive. So if you're looking for that kind of experience, this is definitely the place to be. So with that, let's get into what you actually need to take in, because with any good PvP game, you're going to have different classes, different abilities, and different metas that will run the street. The devs let us know that there's going to be 4 playable characters in the alpha, with 2 more coming later. The first one they showed us is the heavy hitter Locust. This is more of your aggressive support. He has a shield. He's going to be able to push up, get some reses, and be a little bit more aggressive on the battlefield. They also showed us Blackbird, which is more of a recon character. If you're familiar with Apex and you're thinking of a Bloodhound or a Seer, somebody that can kind of ping all the enemies in the area, show you where they're at so you can coordinate as a team and get to them. Next up, we have Glitch, who is more of like a movement character. There's going to be a lot of different parkour abilities, different sliding, different jumping and lunging that you can do with this character to move around quickly and get a different angle. And then last but certainly not least, you have your stealth character Void. This is more of like an invisibility based character that can kind of sneak up and handle enemies in a very quick instance. So no matter what kind of playstyle you have, there will be a character for you that kind of fits into what tempo you like to take. And these players are not locked behind one specific person wanting to pick them. Anybody, we can have 3 glitches if you want to. You can mix and match any way you want to. You're not locked behind one person picking one character. Next, let's get into the visuals that we saw. Obviously, if you watch the gameplay reveal, Tau Ceti is a very vibrant location. The colors are popping. The enemies are also vibrant themselves. They're easy to spot, which honestly, under the artistic direction of Joseph Cross, who had work in Destiny 2 as well as Dune, obviously we were expecting some really awesome visuals here, and we definitely got what we were asking for. This is a very distinct visual aspect. It gives you that sci-fi feel, along with some of the neon aspects of like a futuristic, almost Tron looking area. And this is honestly different from Bungie's titles in the past. I feel like this is more of an Apex looking environment rather than Destiny 2 or Halo. It's way more vibrant than anything we've seen Bungie do in the past. But I'm 100% on board with this. The location looks great. The enemies are very vibrant and colorful. Even the humanoid looking enemies that are moving around are also very vibrant and colorful. It's a very good aesthetic to be playing a game in. But why do Bungie players normally play the games? Well, they usually want that narrative. They want that world building. They want that lore that is usually rich in a lot of the different Bungie games. For those of you that may know Marathon from its initial release back in the day, the lore was not really straightforward, and you kind of had to go looking for it if you wanted to find it, solve some puzzles here and there, and also go into places where you weren't necessarily supposed to go. The devs let us know that it's going to be similar with the way that Marathon is done now. The lore is not going to be in your face. It's not going to be something that you have to do. It's going to have to be something that you want to do. So for those people that want to do the little puzzles and go find the lore, they can do so. And for those of you that know Marathon lore, know it is deep, it is rich, and it is still being talked about to this day, almost 30 years after the fact. So if you want to find the lore, it is there. It's not necessarily something that you have to do, but it is there for people that want it. Marathon also flew out some creators to come play their game. Some big names like Dr. Lupo, who is known for enjoying Tarkov and other extraction shooters. Some people like Scarrow and other Destiny 2 content creators. A lot of people that you know that enjoy the Bungie games that we have now to come out and give their feedback on the Bungie game that we are getting in the future. For the most part, they were playing these games. They looked like they were having a great time. The feedback was mostly positive from what I've seen, and even while we've been watching videos after the fact, a lot of the different takes from the creators are overwhelmingly positive. It seems as if Marathon was taking a lot of what the creators said and running with it. There were some creators that have boasted to have been playing this game for 6 years since development started. So with that being the case, obviously you see a lot of people that enjoy these games being taken seriously into how they craft the game towards their player base. But for the most part, all the creators seem to have a good time, and the common theme that kept coming back up was refreshing. And that's the main thing that most of us in the gaming industry want to see, us as players want to feel. We want to feel refreshed whenever we come into a game. We don't want it to be the same cookie cutter, copy paste game. We want it to be something new, something that we can sink our teeth into. So overall, my conclusion and final thoughts of what I think that Marathon is going to be. Obviously, this is Bungie's first attempt at an extraction shooter, but if we know anything about Bungie, then we know that their worlds are beautiful, their gunplay is nice, and their games have all been iconic. This is an ambitious leap for Bungie, especially with the state of Destiny 2. Obviously, we know that Destiny 2 has been on a roller coaster over its entire existence. We've had crazy ups, crazy downs as far as like player swings go and things of that nature. So for us to see a new game being released as a Destiny 2 player and content creator, obviously me, I'm concerned. I love Destiny 2. I don't want to see it go anywhere, but we have had numerous confirmations from many people higher up at Bungie saying that Destiny is not going anywhere. This is not the end of Destiny. This is the beginning of Marathon and the continuation of Destiny. So with both games having different play styles, you have a more PvE experience in Destiny 2, you have a more PvP experience in Marathon. I feel like synergistically these games can both be a very good contribution to each other, giving players a way to take a break from one or the other. So this is a good opportunity for Bungie to make their PvP extraction shooter great, but also give people the time they need to refresh and get away from Destiny to be able to come back. So it's going to be good to see how they balance these two games, and I can't wait to see more in the future. Honestly, a little bit concerned, but at the end of the day, we're playing video games, and it's going to be nice to see how they take on the challenge. So just in case you didn't hear, this game is going to be released on September 23rd. They have a closed NDA alpha, which I'm sure you can still sign up for through their Discord, that is going to start on April 23rd this month and continue until May 4th. Obviously, sci-fi, what a great joke, Bungie. May the 4th be with you. We appreciate the sense of humor there, but it will be continuing until May 4th. If you want to try to get your hands on the game in the early alpha access, make sure you go to their official Discord. I'll link it down in the video description, and try to get your hands on an alpha key. With that, we hope you stay tuned for more Marathon updates to come over here on the channel. Make sure you hit subscribe, make sure you hit like on the video, and we'll see you in the next one.